Actually, it's because I went to school there. Was given an assistant lectureship for grad school, so I was able to go cross country and basically go with my tuition paid, which was a wonderful experience. So I have a lot of fond memories of going to school in Los Angeles. I'm living right now on the farm that I grew up. I built a house on that farm. I grew up in Hopewell Township, went to Kennerdale High School, went to Lebanon Valley College for my undergraduate work. So I was a Pennsylvania boy in all my growing up. There are 8 games. The last 2 games were in the Kickoff Classics, one in the late 90s and one in early 2000s. They split those 2 games. There was a 4-game series home and home in the 90s during Penn State's big run in '94. Each team won their 2 home games. I was in the one in Los Angeles when we upset Penn State, and they were ranked probably 4th or 3rd in the country, and we weren't very good at that year, but we won the game. And the 2 games before that, one was, I understand, I wasn't around, 1926 in the Rose Bowl that we won, and the other game was right before I went to USC in 1981, I think it was, and they played out in the Fiesta Bowl, and Penn State upset a pretty good USC team with Marcus Allen. This is Juggernaut. I got him the year after Pete Carroll came to USC, and so I named him because it became pretty obvious that Pete Carroll was indeed building a juggernaut in college football at Southern Cal. So his name is Juggernaut Troy, and we're going to sing the fight song. Fight on for all to see, our men fight on to victory. Our alma mater dear looks up to you. Fight on and win for all to see. Fight on to victory. Fight on! They're not maroon and gold. They're cardinal and gold. Thank you. Oh, I get crimson, scarlet, red, whatever. Oh, I have a lot of friends, and the friends that I hang around with for football, most of them are Penn State fans, and actually I'm a Penn State fan too. I would say they're my number 2 team. I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I always rooted for Joe Paterno and the classy organization, the way they run their program. Had a lot of respect for Penn State. But anyway, when it comes time for football, there's always kind of that teasing and just throwing little barbs back at each other. And it's really intensified, I guess, as Penn State kind of came back into prominence the last couple of years. They were down for a few years. And so as both teams came back to be national powers, you know, the barbs increased and the comments and the jokes. And but throughout our history, we have a history of, I guess, pulling little gags on each other. There was a time when I kept the house of my one friend, and he was away for a month on a family trip, and so I decorated every room in his house cardinal and gold. And then when he came back, there was a USC flag hanging out of one of the windows. What he didn't know was I had taken a photo of it, and then 6 months later at Christmas, I sent 50 photo postcards from his house to 50 Penn State fans wishing them a Merry Christmas. Fight on! Fight on more! Fight on again! Beat the Lions! There have been the times on my dog's condo, which is decorated with USC colors, in the shocking loss to UCLA 2 years ago. They came at nighttime and switched the letters USC to UCLA. With my mother's help, I found out later, so that was kind of upsetting and disturbing. We don't call them cheerleaders, they're song girls. And they're probably the most beautiful cheerleading squad in the nation. They have that classic varsity look. And I think when anybody thinks of college football cheerleaders, they think of the USC song girls. They're kind of that high bar of cheerleaders. The odd thing is they're song girls, but they don't sing. But they do dance very well. I'd have to say USC. I mean, we're the 10-point favorite just because our defense is outrageous. They're talking 7 guys off the defense are going to be taken in the first 3 rounds of the draft. That being said, I'm not taking anything away from Penn State. If Penn State plays a good game, particularly their defense really shows up, it's going to be a close game.
Let's go. Let's go. Get your ball. It's Troy. Good boy. Good boy. Go.
Fight on for all to see, our men fight on to victory. Our alma mater dear looks up to you. Fight on and win for Old SC. Fight on to victory. Fight on.